One of the biggest challenges I had with to-do list for me, especially having ADHD, is having to deal with writing all that to-do list. And I would find I would be defeated because I would maybe do one of them, maybe a couple of them, but never was able to really finish all 10 or 15 that I would write the night before. And this just felt defeating, and I felt like I was worthless. I felt like I just couldn't accomplish anything, and I wasn't productive, and I wasn't focused because I wasn't hitting every little thing I wrote on that to-do list. And I did this throughout college, medical school, and been doing it for my business, but I desired to be more productive, especially for my business. And I found that this wasn't working because every time I would not finish something, I always felt defeated, and that would really get to my head and my mindset and felt like I wasn't good enough and I should maybe not be a doctor. I shouldn't be running my own practice and running my own business because I just wasn't simply checking all the boxes on my to-do list. And I was simply just believing a lot of people who would maybe tell me that I was lazy and I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing and have an excuse because of my ADHD. But I wanted to do more. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be there for my family, to be able to run a business and have it be successful and being efficient and productive. So I knew there had to be a better way because the to-do list was just not working out for me, and there had to be something else other than doing a to-do list to be more productive and efficient. So what I did is I started reading books. I mean, I've always been reading books, but I was looking for specific books that helped me to be more productive and maybe do something different than doing a to-do list, especially something with the ADHD brain like my mind. And I came across a wonderful book called The One Thing by Gary Keller that really just changed everything when it came to a to-do list or just getting tasks done. And in this, it really talks about focusing on that one thing. And where us people with ADHD, especially us entrepreneurs that have a million things that we could be doing and million business ideas, and we can't focus on that one thing, but when we focus on that one thing, we can be really efficient. This book really emphasizes on really tapping into your super genius, really tapping on focusing on that one thing, especially when it came to being efficient on that one thing that you should be focusing on, that you should do that day, that is best for you, especially for your business. Now, if you're getting any value here, then if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button because I talk everything about ADHD, especially for adults and especially entrepreneurs that have that ADHD mind, and share all sorts of tips. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button because we talk about that every single week. So after reading that book, I decided I really need to simplify things and threw away my to-do list, realized that wasn't the way for me to do things from here on out. So every night, what I started to do, what I was learning from the book, is to pick one big thing. But then I realized that maybe I needed to do 3 big things, only 3 big things, nothing more than that, and pick those 3 important things that I needed to do in my business. That was the most important thing, activities that I need to do in order for my business to thrive and to move forward to be a productive. Now, initially, this was hard to narrow down my 10, 15 to-do list and narrow it down to 1 or 3 at the most. And I did find it was hard to do, but over time, what I came to realize is by me taking that effort of narrowing it down to 3 important things, I found that all the other to-do lists were almost kind of a waste of time, and I was being way more efficient and productive throughout the year as I was doing this every night, writing down those 1 or 3 important things. And it so happened that I was being more productive and efficient with my time because I was focused on the things that I was really good at. Because I found the things that I wasn't good at, I hired other people to do it for me because I didn't have to do it all and only focus on the things that I was really good at and being efficient at it. And then I found that my business was growing and my practice was growing by doing those types of things. And because of this, at the end of the day, I would be able to check off that one big important thing, or if I wrote 3 things, I was able to check it off every time. And for my own mental health and my mindset, I felt accomplished. I felt my self-worth for myself. I felt like, you know what, I can do this. I can be productive because I was able to check off every one of those things, because it wasn't a list of 10 or 15 different things, but the 3 most important things that I knew if I did it, I felt like I was accomplished. No matter what else I did in the day, if I got those 3 things done, nothing else mattered. And on top of that, what it helped me realize is it helped me realize that my ADHD traits were actually really important traits, like my superpowers for being an entrepreneur, where there's a lot of ADHD traits that a lot of people don't realize that are really great for entrepreneurs. If you're wondering, maybe I do have ADHD, or maybe, there is certain traits that I do have that are good for people who have ADHD to be an entrepreneur, well, you should watch this video next that I dive really deep about the 7 ADHD traits that are good for entrepreneurship. So watch this video next.